Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of June 15th. This week, if you want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All you have to do is subscribe, and I will be here. But Virgo, let's see. Did I say Taurus at the beginning of this reading? I have no clue, but this is for Virgo. So Virgo, let's see what's going on for you here. This is an amazing, amazing reading. Very positive right away. So I definitely like to see that. Looks amazing for love as well, especially for love in the future. So, right away, I would just say that some of you, maybe you're not having love right now, but definitely love coming in the future here with all these cards. And marriage potential. Some of you could be getting proposed to, so let's cover it. You start off with the Frog Spirit. This card says clearing out the clutter. Let's face it, you're a Virgo. You probably don't have any clutter just laying around. You even show up as yourself right here with the Hermit. So really, I feel like this card is talking about transformation. What's popping into my head is like, I feel like you're getting your legs, kind of like a tadpole. You know, a tadpole grows its legs. But I feel like you're kind of like maybe gaining an understanding. This could be very general. You know, this could just be in your life. Maybe you have felt very unstable and you could just be finding stability. For others, I feel like it could be like maybe you've started a job and maybe you didn't really know all the details. Maybe you really didn't know how things work. Maybe you didn't really understand like which direction to go in. But it's like now you're understanding it. Now I feel like you kind of know what to do. Same thing in love. It's like maybe you got into a new relationship. It's like we all have that awkward period where it's like we don't know what the person likes, what they don't like. We don't know how to act around them, like all this other stuff. So I feel like you're just kind of like getting your legs is what's popping into my head here, Virgo. Next, you have the Hermit, the Fool, and the Three of Pentacles. I feel like there's a lot of success for you, Virgo. Of course, we're going to clarify this with the Lenormand at the end, but with these cards here, you always get the Fool card in your readings, and I'm always saying, just do it, right, Virgo? I feel like you have a lot of ideas, and especially, you have this Yang energy card here, which is kind of like the Ace of Wands, but it's more of an action-oriented card, so I feel like for some of you in the future, this is saying you need to start investing in something that you've been delaying is kind of what's popping into my head. It's weird because, like I say every single week, I get the same exact message for Pisces every single week that the message is that Pisces kind of needs to get started on something that they've been delaying for a long time. I feel the same way for you. The only difference I would say for you here, Virgo, is that with this last row, which we're going to cover in a minute, it just looks like it doesn't matter. It kind of looks like one of those things where you're just going to get started. Pisces' message is more like they could be missing out on something. For you, I feel like your message is more about timing. Like you are getting your legs. So it's like I feel like you're figuring things out. Next, you have the Adventure card. I feel like some of you could be going on an adventure. You always get tons of travel cards, Virgo. You have the Two of Wands here as well. The Two of Wands is kind of like about leaving a comfort zone, and we'll talk about that in a second, but I feel like you could be kind of going on an adventure here. In this row, you have the Two of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and you also have this Four of Wands. This Two of Wands, I always say, represents leaving a comfort zone because normally there's like on a traditional Two of Wands, there's like a little village behind him, and he has the whole world in his hands right here. So it kind of represents him leaving his village, him leaving his comfort zone and going and doing something that he really enjoys. But, I feel like you're going to have to take the lead here. There's a lot of like leadership energy here, Virgo. You have that Two of Wands, which is literally taking the lead. You are showing up. I love when people show up as their own sign. So you're showing up as yourself here with the Hermit. And that kind of says you're putting yourself in a position of power and strength. So love it. And on top of that, you have that Yang energy as well, which is kind of like an energy of leadership. But I really feel like you have to kind of take a leap of faith. I feel like moving would be very beneficial for you as well, Virgo. You are definitely one of the signs. Again, Uranus and Taurus, another earth sign, that Taurus trines you. And so Uranus is kind of like trines Virgo. And this causes you to probably want more freedom. I've been saying it for like all year that Uranus and Taurus is probably going to have a positive impact on those types of changes like travel, moving, things like that. Taurus wants true freedom. Taurus doesn't want to be locked down in one location. I feel like we are going to see less people buying and more people renting, for example, under Uranus and Taurus because, people I feel like won't want to feel like they have to stay in one place for too long. So I feel like there's a lot of freedom for you. On top of all that, Uranus and Taurus, again, I will tell you, there are benefits to moving. Like if you're thinking about moving, you could move somewhere that's like cheaper but better and maybe get a better job as well. So it's kind of like a win-win-win type situation. And that's what's popping into my head here. For others, I feel like you're taking the lead in love. So I feel like you're just maybe getting out there looking for love. Again, Ace of Cups, your center card, amazing. Virgo, definitely like that's a card of your emotions overflowing, being very happy. And you have the Four of Wands as well, celebration, but also a card of freedom as well. So, this card, the Four of Wands, is a card of like reaching a finish line. So I feel like for a lot of you, this middle row here could be love, definitely. But I really feel like, and again, we're going to clarify this and talk all about love in a minute, but I feel like this could also just be freedom. And you're being very happy, your emotions overflowing. Next, you have the Yang energy. Again, this is my like just do it card, kind of like the Fool in this deck right here. So this card says you need to start taking action towards something. You need to start moving towards something. You need to get something going. So I feel like for some of you, this says just do it, just get started. You have the Justice card here, the Queen of Cups, and the Lovers. For some of you, this could be like jumping into a relationship for sure. So I feel like for some of you, this could be a very passionate relationship. It could be a water sign, a Libra, could be a fire sign as well. It's showing up Gemini, could be like an air sign, or it could be someone with air in their chart is what I'm picking up on more than anything. So definitely could be any one of those signs. I kind of am leaning towards water as well. So for some of you, it could be a water sign. Could be any sign. It's just a general reading. But I feel like there could be love coming in for you here. But I definitely feel like some of you could be dealing with a Libra. I'm wondering if maybe like you have a friend that's a Libra, or if you have someone close to you, like a parent or something like that, is what's popping into my head here with this Justice card. The reason, well, I'll tell you why I say that in just a minute. But I feel like this is a very good energy here. The Justice card says like if you put energy into love, you're going to get it back. This is coming up in your future position. So if you are used to putting energy into relationships and not getting something back, this says in the future that will change. What I wanted to talk about is this row right here, this diagonal row we have here, Virgo. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Justice card. That Three of Pentacles to me is like a card of teamwork, working on a team and working together with someone. So I feel like for a lot of you, this could just be saying that, maybe you have a friend or something that you're working with on a project, or maybe you have a family member that's willing to help you out, makes you very happy. The Ace of Cups can also be a gift as well. So I'm wondering if someone is kind of like giving you a gift here, Virgo. But let's see what we have for you, Virgo. Clarifying, between the Hermit and the Two Wands, you have the Snake. This is the Queen of Clubs in the playing card reading system. This card just says use your knowledge, right? With that Hermit card. The Hermit represents knowledge. He has this cloak on. He's standing at the top of a mountain as well. It represents the fact that he's gained a lot of knowledge, and he's also overcome something extremely difficult. And it's a card of wisdom because of that. And so this card here just says, if somebody seems too good to be true in love or any other area of your life, not just love, then it probably is. So trust your intuition, trust your knowledge as well. Next, between the Fool here and the Ace of Cups, you have the Ten of Diamonds. This is called the Book. Love it. Amazing card. Definitely a really good card for money and finances. It's also an amazing card for learning as well. This card says learn as much as you can. It's a card of hidden and secret knowledge, but sometimes we can only learn through experience. The Fool. The Fool has more than enough knowledge. He has more than enough wisdom to start his journey wherever he's going. So wherever you are going, Virgo, you have more than enough to get started, but you're also going to learn a lot of secrets along the way, things that can only be learned through experience. These things will be a gift. You have the Ace of Cups, so I would get out there and have those experiences with that card. Next, between the Three of Pentacles here and the Four of Wands, you have the Eight of Diamonds. The Eight of Diamonds is called the Key, and this card kind of represents just gathering all the small details. Really, really good financial cards here for you, Virgo. Again, we're going to wrap this up all together at the end, but so far, really good cards for money. Even that Frog Spirit is a card of luck, and can represent a lot of luck coming in for you. But I feel like this could be a lot of money coming in for you. I also feel like it's saying you are kind of like opening up. This card is a card called the Key, like I said, and it kind of represents turning a key to open a door. And I feel like you are just maybe opening up to love here with this Four of Wands. If you don't want love, it could be also maybe you're opening up to like other opportunities in your life, like travel opportunities with this middle row, or maybe you're opening up to like leadership roles in work. Next, between the Two of Wands and the Justice card, love it. You have the Sun. The Sun is the Ace of Diamonds in the playing card reading system. And this card represents like success, happiness, kind of like the sun in the tarot, celebrations, good news, good things coming in, but just a lot of happiness here. It's like, I feel like once you take a risk here almost, once you take a leap of faith, I feel like you are going to be very successful. Next, between the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups, you have the Ten of Spades. The Ten of Spades is called the boat. It's like a boat, like a ship or a boat on the ocean, whatever you want to call it. So it can just represent a move. The boat is a card of just like going from one place to another. So like I said, your whole reading, you know, a lot of moving energy here. You could just be moving. Could also be moving on to another job. Kind of like putting all these cards together so far. I do feel like some of you, maybe you're not being taken care of in your current job, or you know, maybe your boss is bad, or you know, whatever you want to call it. So I feel like some of you could be making a work change because of that. And finally here, between the Four Wands and the Lovers, you have the Tower. The Tower is not necessarily a bad card. It's not like the Tower in the tarot. This is a card that is like the Six of Spades in the playing card reading system, which can actually represent momentum. But this card here represents like isolation. So I feel like it's just saying, you know, we're all isolated right now, obviously. So that's probably why you don't have love, right? So for your outcome here, in this top row, you have the King of Hearts. Love it. Amazing card for love. This card is called the House, and it represents like safety, security, comfort, protection. So I feel like there could be like a relationship coming in for you that's very safe, secure, comfortable. Also could be a water sign, like I said. Next, between all these cards in the middle here, you have the Six of Diamonds. Love it. Six of Diamonds is called the Clover, and it kind of represents a four-leaf clover, so a lot of luck coming in for you here. I would say probably a lot of luck in a move, like I said, your entire reading. I feel like a move or some sort of change. You know, you don't necessarily have to be moving. You could be changing jobs. That could be a move. You could just be getting moving. You could be exercising. You could be doing anything that has to do with the word move or movement would be very positive with this middle row. And finally here, this is just, by the way, this is the Diviner card. It's not a real Lenormand card. It's just a card that represents me, the person reading the cards. But here in this bottom row, love it, you have the Seven of Hearts. This is called the Tree. This card represents like building a family. So I feel like for some of you, this could be love coming in the future, where you're like building a family with someone, or you're kind of you could also just, it could just be a commitment as well, is what I'm trying to say. But this looks amazing. I definitely feel like some of you could be taking a leap in love or finding love. But really I feel like this is about some sort of change and you reaching a finish line, but extremely positive. So thank you for watching, Virgo, and enjoy your week.